What are the best practices for meta titles and meta descriptions? First of all, we want to understand what's the role of a meta title and a meta description. So the meta title is the blue title that comes up in Google, and this title is also coming up in the browser tab on top. Okay. The meta description is the text that comes up below this meta title in the search results. Usually, unless Google decides to change the meta description, which they sometimes do, then they would just pick some random text, I think, from the website they think could be a fit. The idea for best practices here is that we need to make sure we, first of all, stand out in the search results. There might be 10 results, and we need to stand out somehow. We need to make sure the text, both the title and the description, are compelling, and you don't necessarily want to give your answer away. So I've had clients who had a very low click-through rate, so hardly anybody clicked on their top positioned search result, because the meta description essentially gave the answer. People were looking for a definition. They had the definition in the meta description. There was no need for people to click on it. So you want to kind of spend some time here. This is usually where people spend the least amount of time, but it really decides whether you get the click or not. So you might have a page one top positioned keyword and get thousands of impressions, but if the snippet is not good enough, you're not going to get the clicks, so the ranking is worthless. On the flip side of it, if you have a low ranking, sometimes even page two, but at least page one, very low ranking, but you have a very high click-through rate, it doesn't really matter that you have such a low result if people scroll down and click on your result anyway. Okay, so you want to spend time here. You want to make sure the title stands out somehow. So a good way to do this, for example, if you're in a space where it's important to have recent information and not outdated information, you want to maybe put a year in it. There are some keywords where, like this, for example, or here, or something like this that catches people's attention, and you want to be compelling here. You want to sell the click. Don't try to sell the product yet. Just think about the state of mind someone is in when they do this search. What do they need to see to click on your result? I think it really pays off to spend a minute thinking about their state of mind, and then spend 10 or 15 minutes to come up with the best possible meta title and meta description, and then do this on a consistent way, week after week, for like the 5-10 search results that get the highest impressions but the lowest click-through rates.